All right, so this is really interesting. I Googled, what should you do once you save your first $1,000? And I got some really interesting results that I'm not sure I agree with. So at the top of the Google page is a Yahoo Finance article that says to do the following 4 steps. Number 1, hire a wealth manager. I thought that's a little weird for somebody who just saved their first $1,000. Why would they hire a wealth manager? Strange. Step number 2, it says, let this company be your piggy bank. And it's recommending Acorns, which is a great app, but it's not the best savings account with the highest interest rate, so I thought that's a little strange too. Step number 3, it says get this company to pay your bills. And then it's at this moment I realized, oh, everything on the internet is designed as one giant affiliate link to get my money from my wallet and into somebody else's. Just to confirm, step number 4, it says call this expert to manage your credit. Yep. Literally everything. So because I thought that was pretty bad advice, I'm hoping that this video could rank a little bit higher because nobody should do that with their $1,000, because maybe you want to get started with stock market investing because that's where most people are making a lot of money right now, or perhaps real estate because that's where most millionaires are made. Facts, there's only one thing and one thing only that you need to worry about right now, and that is to believe in the heart of the cards. In fact, wait, what? It's a Charizard Yu-Gi-Oh card. Well, I'll be darned if that's not the coolest thing I own. So welcome to the weird side of YouTube at 2 a.m. once again, and just before you do anything, don't buy that $1,000 Yu-Gi-Oh card and don't hire a wealth manager. Not worth it. Just watch the rest of this video. You don't need to pay anybody to do anything. The rest of this video is free. Just turn that like button blue and let's begin. Hi, my name is Andrei Jikh. Welcome back. Apparently I like to pretend I'm a sugar glider. I don't know what that was. But did you know that since the start of the pandemic, we are up 50% in the stock market, marking the best 100 trading days since the year 1933. I didn't know that either, but what I do know is how to put your money to work, and the objectively best way to invest $1,000 will depend on the different stages in your life and depending on what you want to accomplish. I'm a genius, but let me give you a list of priorities for how you should invest your money so that you can get those best results. Here we go. So if $1,000 is the only money you have and it's your first $1,000, chances are you're probably very young, perhaps in your teens, maybe early 20s, maybe you're graduating from college. And this is me just throwing money away to pay respects for all the college graduates right now, because now is not the best time. But we do have to make best with what we've got. And the best way to use this $1,000 is by investing in yourself. Perhaps it's getting a real estate license, or maybe learning a new valuable trade skill or hard skill, and starting that new business idea like my roommate Angelo is doing literally right now. Show me what you're working on.
Hey, what's up? Working on a few designs for my clothing brand, something I've been second guessing myself on for a few years.
So you saved some money and you're just gonna launch it?
Yeah, just saved up some money, thought this would be a great investment on myself,
So what do you got? Enjoy the roses, here today, gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And you got the white edition. Nice, man.
Yeah, releasing early September. Super nervous, but super excited. So I guess we'll see how it goes.
Can't wait, man.
Thank you.
I'm super excited for Angelo. Please show him some love. I will leave his Instagram in the links below. I know it's a risk and it's a challenge, and you might lose that entire $1,000 and that business idea might fail. But remember, that could be the best investing lesson that you will ever learn, because nobody ever learns anything from winning. You either win something or you learn something. Now, personally, I like to win more than I learn, but in life, I've learned a lot more than I've ever won, because life, finds a way. 401k matching. This is literally the easiest, quickest, and best way to double $1,000 and make it worth $2,000. Because if you have a job, your employer will match anywhere between 50 cents up to an entire dollar for dollar that you put into this account. So if you put in $1,000, your employer will also put in another $1,000, and you'll have two up to a certain threshold. Just make sure to speak with your HR department to confirm your benefits, and you might just be surprised. But if you haven't already done that, please do that right away before the economy gets worse, they cut away with the benefits, or you might not have a job. The good old emergency fund. Back in my day, we made it a priority to save anywhere between 3 to 6 months of expenses. I don't know why I'm talking like that, but you don't want to be part of the 59% of Americans who can't afford a $1,000 emergency expense, and you don't want to reach into your retirement accounts to pay for those things either. Super simple stuff, cookie cutter, but you'd be surprised how many people don't follow this simple step. Start investing in the stock market. Finally, the juicy secrets of how to make money online. Just kidding. Before you buy some stocks, which I'll tell you in a moment exactly which ones I would do, first you need to pay off your high interest debt. Now, if you have debt or a loan outstanding that's 4% or greater, then I would prioritize on paying off the loan first, because when you pay off your loan, you're guaranteed a rate of return on your money, because some credit cards, for example, can exceed 19%, and you're only going to make between 7 to 8% in the stock market. So first, pay off those loans, because I would rather have a guaranteed 4% than risk my money for maybe a 7% or maybe a negative 10%, because the stock market doesn't guarantee results, but paying off your debt does. Now, if $1,000 is the only amount of money that you have, but you want to put it to work, you just don't want to lose all of it because it's your emergency savings fund, then get yourself a high yield savings account with Ally Bank. I'm not affiliated nor paid by them, but if you get yourself that, you park your money there, you'll earn a small interest rate. And the second option that you have is to get yourself one of these. It's called a CD, and actually we used to listen to music and watch videos with this. It was amazing times. I actually got my first album when I was 10 years old. Backstreet Boys for life. Take it, vanish, bring it back, bounce, 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 bounce. No! Bounce, bounce, bounce. That was awesome. First take. Now, a CD is a certificate of deposit. It's an investment that's more like a contract between yourself and the bank, which asks you to put a certain amount of money away, in this case $1,000, into an account that locks your money in for a certain period of time, anywhere between a month to 5 years. So you won't be able to use that money until the contract is fulfilled, which is also called the maturity date. The more money you put into a CD, the more money you'll make. The longer you lock your money away in a CD, the more money you're going to get. And like a savings account, a CD is FDIC insured up to $250,000, which is nice because it's virtually a risk-free investment. But with that, the returns of it are closely tied to inflation, which is anywhere between 2 to 3%, which isn't very much, except right now it's actually closer to 1%. So the less the risk, the less the returns are gonna get. Now, an alternative to CDs are bonds. So if CDs are like the red eyes black dragon, then bonds are like the blue eyes white dragon, because they're more aggressive and you make more money, except when the stock market is doing really well. When stocks go higher, bonds don't do as well, and vice versa. It's an inverse relationship. Personally, I don't invest in bonds or CDs because I like to be more aggressive, and there's a lot of bonds to pick from, but if I had to choose, then I'd go with VBTLX, which is Vanguard's total bond market. And if I used apps like Robinhood, Webull, M1 Finance, Acorns, Cash App, whatever it is, which I do, then I'd look for BND, which is bond, the ETF version of that. Also, you can look into municipal bonds, which is money that you let the government borrow, and money that grows from that investment is actually given to you tax-free. Little known fact. Now, once you've done all the previous steps, we can finally start investing in the stock market, which is my favorite, but we'll get into all the other methods as well because we're going to spread out our money. So step one, create a retirement account, something like a Roth IRA if you haven't already done so, which is just an account where you can buy and sell stocks, but the stocks that's within this account grow tax-free, and when you sell them, they're also going to be tax-free, which is awesome. So when I started, I downloaded Robinhood and I bought myself $600 worth of VTI. You can also do something like VOO. They're market ETFs, or exchange-traded funds, that track the stock market. VTI is the entire stock market, and VOO is the US stock market, but they are nearly identical in how they perform. I'd also put another $100 into a growth ETF like QQQ, which is heavily skewed towards the tech sector. Tech companies have so much money and so much data on us that they could virtually build any product in the world until they disrupt every sector in the world, until they literally run the entire world. And I know that sounds maybe far-fetched to you, but think back, 10 years ago, it's not that long ago that Amazon was only shipping books. It's not that long ago that Apple was only shipping the personal computer. Who knows, maybe Amazon could be shipping pre-made houses to people in 10 years from now. Maybe Apple could be shipping the Apple car. But if you want to be more aggressive, you want to put more money into something like this. But you can also substitute that $100 into real estate with something like the Fundrise app, which is what I use, or something like VNQ, which is Vanguard's real estate market that tracks the returns of the US MSCI index. Then I'd put another $100 into the international market ETF, which is VXUS, because who knows, maybe the United States won't be the highest, fastest growth sector in the world. Maybe the international market will. And then I'd put another $100 $100 into something like VYM, which is Vanguard's high dividend yield ETF, which is paying approximately 3% per year, which out of $100 will pay you just $3, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it grows so fast and you don't even need to sell that stock, nor care much what the stock price is, because you're gonna get paid either way for the rest of your life. It's such an addicting way of investing, and it is literally my favorite way. And for my last $100, I would just use as play money, and I would invest into lots of individual stocks, because with that $100, I could own as many as 100 companies, because with fractional shares, I could buy each stock for literally as little as just a single dollar, because glue and tape. And with that portfolio, I'd own the entire US market, emerging markets, the real estate market, bonds as a hedge for protection, and for $100, I'd have the coolest learning lesson. Plant the seeds of success for your kids by leaving behind a legacy with a 529 account. Now, this is a college fund that sort of works like an HSA. It's amazing. Check this out. Triple tax advantaged in that it can be used as a tax write-off to offset your income for that, let's say, $1,000 that you put in. Then the money that grows in this account is also tax-free. And whatever amount that money has grown into after, let's say, 20 years can also be used tax-free as long as it's used for college-related expenses, beer pong notwithstanding. And once you reach $1,000, the next milestone of $10,000 will be easier to reach if you start tracking your net worth. You can use Mint like I do, or Personal Capital, or a spreadsheet you manually plug your numbers into. That works as well. And your next milestone after $10,000 is $50,000. If you can get to $50,000, the next one of $100,000 will be a little bit easier, but it's going to be your toughest challenge yet. And if you can get to $100,000, the next $100,000 would be easier and quicker because of something called compound interest, which just takes your money and literally multiplies it like this, and again, and again, and one more time, again, like this, except nothing like that at all. I just wanted to show off my magic tricks that you've seen 1,000 times before.
This video is dumb. How do I turn $1,000 into $100,000 in a year?
Well, if you can invest in the stock market and get a very generous rate of return of 10% per year, you can turn $1,000 into $100,000 by waiting for 49 short years. Or you could just play the lottery and do what Mr. Beast did, where he spent $1 million buying lottery tickets. And even then, spoiler alert, he did not win. And that's because you have more odds of getting struck by lightning, eaten by a shark, getting hit by a meteorite than you do actually winning the lottery. The only way you're actually gonna turn $1,000 into $100,000 is maybe if you get lucky with penny stock day trading, which I've tried and I've lost more than $2,000 doing that, so I don't recommend it to anybody. But alternatively, you can use something like put options, YOLO style on SPY with a 10-to-1 margin account and maybe get lucky, but you probably won't. And the other real actual way is to save 50 to 65% of your income, do that and invest that income for 10 to 20 years, and then you'll be considered wealthy, or just get lucky on YouTube. And if you've made it this far, you can start investing for free with 2 free stocks by signing up with Webull. You can get 1 free stock valued up to $250, and if you fund that account $100, you get a second free stock valued up to $1,400, and you can get another free stock with Robinhood. That's 3 free stocks. Follow me on Instagram. I post from time to time. You can also join my free Discord group where we talk about investing. I told you at the beginning of this video that everything you read and watch on the internet is an affiliate link, and I'm no different. So hopefully you got some enjoyment out of this video. Love you. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you back here on Monday and Friday. Bye-bye.